Well, this is a valley, the first big valley coming into... This ain't Salt Lake. This is the start of Salt Lake. Salt Lake goes for like 100 miles. It ain't all Salt Lake, it's suburbs, but it's pretty much Provo up here. Yeah. And from Payson on, it don't stop. And it goes for 40 miles on the other side of Salt Lake. Krishna Temple. Wow. It's the Hare Krishnas. The Hare Krishnas are... Hey now. They're moving in on Mormon territory. My head sure is crooked. I can see glass at night. I can't see it in the day because the little prism delaminated again. Great product. Still got some bugs. Well, I just wanted to show that valley coming up in here. A little bit after 4. Well, actually, it's like 8 to 4. We'll slow down to 75. We got Breeder in the lap. And she's just being a good doggy, even though she's having a very rough trip. I'll clip some in the middle of town here. Well, I just figured I'd get a little bit of this American Fork in between Provo and Salt Lake. It all pretty much looks the same, and it all got this remake. You see with the sound wall there and everything, when the Olympics came in. And it's 10 to 14 lanes all the way through. Probably about 80-90 miles of 10 to 14 lanes. And the exits are all 2 and 3 lanes. In and Out's made it up this far finally. I think this is as far as they've made it. American Fork, founded in 1853, it just said. 1853, that's a long time ago. Well, 259 weekly. Holy smokes. Wow. That's cheap for a hotel. $259 a week. That's like, I don't know, shit, 35 bucks a night? What is it? 30 times 7 is 210. 5 times 7, 35. 245. Right there. Damn, I'm pretty darn good. You're renting for 2 nights there for 120. You may as well just rent for the whole week. You know what though? If you ever watched that show Hotel Impossible, I don't know the guy's name, but I know that his name's Anthony. I don't know his last name. Millicurnis or something. Menakis. Andy Menakis. No, that's not it. You know what I mean. You don't know what I mean, maybe, but... Okay. 4:30, am I talking a little... I just looked at the clock and like almost swung off the road. Don't want to do that. Okay, well... Clipping on down the road. Yes, sirree. I've lost a little bit of voice here. It's just not awake. I'm awake. Just not been moving around. There you go! Okay, well, should be light in a couple hours. We can get some video that actually matters a bit. Well, that's the actual Salt Lake Valley starting. And it goes a long ways. I don't know if you can look back at the mile markers, but we're about 749.5. And as you can see, it just is huge. And it's probably a full, I don't know. It could be 180. It's almost 180. It is. It's 160 degrees at least. Not hot, you know what I'm talking about. I guess it depends on where you're standing. It could almost be 180. But it's definitely 160 and just full of Salt Lake. Well, just figured I'd show a little more. That's what she said. Of course, I didn't push my little button, so it didn't keep going. Now it will. You don't really get close to the city center. Temple Square, that's what they call it. Huh. That's right. I thought it was just the biggest, bestest, mainest Mormon temple. Yeehaw. And it is 40 out. Tell you what, 40 here, it's warm compared to 60 in San Diego. It is warm right now. 20-degree difference, easy. More like 30. It was 31 back there a ways. Actually, it was 24 at one spot. 26, something like that. A big temple. And 30 or so, 31, 34, still 60 in San Diego. 55 in San Diego is colder. That's all there is to it. So, now we've got a little bit of Salt Lake. Would have liked to have shown some of this in the light, but 445 or so, 70 miles an hour, 771 miles down, and 480 more to go. About that. Yeehaw. There's Temple. There's lots of regular churches here, Mormon churches, but that's the big temple up there. And there's a Capitol building too, I think. I don't know which is which. I think the Mormon temple is the Capitol. Not really, but kinda. Think about that. I mean, to have a religion and like pretty much own the whole state. It's like, okay, well, pretty much everybody knows that in Utah it's Mormons. Like, there's no other state like that where you know that, like, well, maybe like Boston or something is like all Catholic, or like old towns like that. Not really. Not the way that Utah is Mormon. Utah! I mean, seriously, everybody's Mormon here. And I guess my point was, what powerful marketing to actually have the state locked up. That's powerful stuff, man. Like us on Facebook. You see that everywhere now. In fact, I was at the casino. Kind of amazing to me that, well, the casino said facebook.com/name of the casino on their tables, like 4, 5, 6 times on each table. I was like, seriously? You're going to advertise your Facebook page over your web page and then direct them to Facebook? I guess it's interesting. I need to learn. They definitely know how to advertise. Okay, well, I'm going to shut this off. .311. I think there's about 403 miles of Utah. So, another hour and 15 or so, and we'll be out of this state. 4:46. I was close back there. I put it 10 minutes ahead. I gotta have 10 minutes ahead. Okay, well, I actually was hoping it'd be getting light as I was leaving Salt Lake, but it's not. And so I'm a little more tired than I should be. Just about an hour off. They got a lot of refining here for fuel. Fuel refining. That's a mighty refining thing. I tell ya. I think I've let this go longer than I wanted to. Simply because I didn't want to reach up and turn it off. But also I did want to show that. We'll try again here in a second. There we go. I forget what station that is. Or company. Oh! Kind of 2 lanes merge there. Ain't nobody out, buddy. 65? Are you joking me? We ain't like no 65. I can't drive 65. I know it's 55. I can't drive that either. Jeez. Okay. Turn it off. See ya. 44.96, 22 gallons. I don't know if you can see that or not, but that's what it is. And I'm done. One owner car guy. Back at you again. And it is 5:55 at 75. Gone about 820 miles. So about 425 more. 435 more right in there. And heck, I don't know, before noon, right? Make it in 22 hours. That sucks. That 2.5 hours back there killed me. But we are full tanked, and mile marker 365 or so, 360, I don't know, in Utah. So 35 more miles of Utah. What do we got here? 357. I'm damn close, you know? So like 45 more miles of Utah. Should be getting light. A few miles into Idaho. Get some neat video there, maybe. Hopefully see some wildlife. Wildlife. Who knows? The hunting season's over. They should be out. Okay, well, trucks over 10,000 GVW. Power strokes? I think so. GVRW. It was GVRW. Gross vehicle weight rating. I don't know. Okay, flipping it off. Okay, towards the top of Utah. We're gonna go that way. That way is Boise, as you can see there. And this is, in the winter, it's so white and flat and windy. And if it's blizzarding or something, I'll tell you what, you can miss this here thing and keep going straight toward Boise. Realize it miles into it. There's not a turnaround for about 10 miles, too. Well, we are, I'm going to get a mile marker here. 378. And plenty of fuel. 81 miles an hour. Another gear left? Come on. You can't be cruising around in 4th gear and get maximum fuel economy. That's just bogus. I use that thing to downshift to where I don't blast the lights up when I'm stopping or slowing down. So, I guess you get what you get. 33 degrees. Thank God it's not wet. I think we missed all that for the year. Watch me get snowed in up here now. It just kind of happens here. I mean, yeah, I know there's big frickin' signs, but I was just sending a text to my friend about what a racket gas is. Not gas, diesel. I'm gonna rant about that for a second. So, diesel fuel. diesel fuel right now is $2.85 to $2.91 in Utah. Right here in Utah. So, $2.85 to $2.91. Right there, it's $1.95. For, whoa, geez, there was a bird flying across the road. I got a picture in here. I was gonna but the way I'm doing these videos, I doubt I'm gonna be able to do that. I'm just kind of uploading them all. So, point is, I just paid well, I got a little bit nicer stuff, okay? But it's $1.85 for fuel. $1.85. And $2.96. Or excuse me, $2.86 to $2.91 for diesel. That's 53-54% more money. When gas used to be like $1.30, $1.35, diesel was 98 cents. Diesel's cheaper to make. Most people know that. Maybe it's not cheaper to make nowadays. I'd like to know that. Maybe they've put so many standards and emissions that now you just can't. No, because it's less refining. It don't make sense. What does make sense about that is bureaucrats, politicians, taxation, inflation through taxation. There you go. That's what it is. It is inflation through taxation. And hey, as long as your gas isn't the one going up and staying up, that's fine, right? Diesel, more people don't notice. It's all business type owners in America that use diesel. Text 6:30. They must be waking up back east. Actually, that's the third one. Cool. Got a new probiotic product coming out. And I just got the files for it. Okay. So, that was my rant about diesel fuel. It really blows.